I'm off to Gyeongju. If it wasn't for the bus driver today, who allowed me to jump on an earlier bus ride, I could have still been in Busan at the moment. Rightio, I've checked in, dropped my stuff, and now I'm out to see the historic village. Walking through this beautiful traditional Korean village. But I can hear Nicki Minaj. I'm at the Intercity bus terminal. You buy your tickets using one of these machines. I'm off to Gyeongju. Pretty busy place. Had to catch a bus here. Now that I catch a 12 o'clock bus to Gyeongju, it should be about an hour ride. But I think this process is a little bit more formal. It's got to kind of book a ticket. Let's see if I can get a ticket. If not, I'll have to wait for the next one. Here we go.
As setting that first ticket is completed, please press the continue button.
Oh, all sold out. Let's see what I can do.
Please check the printed ticket. If you have any problems, please contact us at the ticket counter.
Alright, so I got my ticket. I won't be able to get on the 12 o'clock bus because it's sold out. I've got to jump on the 2:40 bus, which means I'll get there at about 3:30, 4 o'clock. It's not the end of the world, but it would have been good to get there earlier. I guess this is a bit of a lesson for me to book in advance. Maybe I'll go back to the machine and book my ticket from Gyeongju back to Busan so I don't miss out. I guess I'll just have to fill in some time and look around this massive mall in the meantime. I might chat to the bus driver, see if I can get on earlier. I just spoke to the bus driver. He said I can ride the earlier bus because he said my ticket is valid up to 2:40 p.m. today. So okay, I'm just going to have a look, and if there's a spare seat, I'll just jump on and go a little bit earlier. Don't really want to hang around. I just want to keep moving. See how we go. Alright, someone didn't turn up. Bus driver said to me, just jump on. Absolute legend. So, instead of sticking around here for another 2 hours, now I'm on my way. What a legend. I love Korea. All right, I'm here in Gyeongju. I got off at the terminal and I got my ticket, my return ticket. Well, my ticket to the airport, the Busan International Airport. I didn't want to risk it because it seems like the bus route's pretty popular, and if it wasn't for the bus driver today, who allowed me to jump on an earlier bus ride, I could have still been in Busan at the moment. So play it safe, just get your ticket while you're here. That way you don't need to muck around later or risk not being able to get back on time. But anyway, it looks like a nice little town. Very historical apparently. Apparently this town was ruled by 3 queens. That's pretty interesting. But I'm nearly at the hotel, so I'll drop my bag off and start exploring.
드려요? 예.
Rightio, I've checked in, dropped my stuff, and now I'm out to see the historic village, the rolling hills, and there's a few towers as well, historical towers in the area. So far, interesting place, very busy, busy. People everywhere. I feel like all of Busan's here or something. Cars, just, you know, you got to dodge cars all the time. The restaurants are full. It's just, yeah, crazy busy. And plus it's the weekend, so I'm guessing a lot of people have just come down for the day or so from Busan. It's only an hour's drive. Anyway, it's good. It's busy. A bit of an environment. I'd say that weekdays probably will be very quiet around here. And there's a lot of these traditional buildings that have been set up. They look traditional, but they're actually new in their restaurants. So there's a lot of people here just for the weekend, I'd say, and they're on their little buggies and they're just, you know, buggying around. I guess they obtained those buggies from the hotels because it's just kind of one big village and it's probably a little bit too much to walk around. But anyway, first impressions, it's all right. I'll keep walking around and fill you guys in.
이렇게 하면 차라리 끌려가서 죽는 거야.
Apparently this is Asia's largest observatory. They used to use this building to watch the stars and help them with the farming and I guess just keep track of you know, the weather, etc. So it's interesting because the building's not that high. I have a tendency to believe that observatories are kind of very elevated, like at least several stories high, but this one's like maybe one, at the most 2 stories high. And how would they look? Did they have a telescope? Yeah, interesting. But this place is just past the old Hanok village here, which is now pretty commercial. And over here to my left, we have a number of tombs. Those mounds are actually tombs. And potentially very important people are buried in them. I'll zoom in. There's a whole heap of these tombs everywhere around this area. So they're just kind of, yeah, all along this area. It's a big burial ground. It's pretty interesting. Ironically, they're used for selfies these days, but then again, what isn't? I'm in the forest area now, heading to the traditional village, which is right ahead. I think there's cicadas making that noise. Just over there, just behind these trees, it's really busy. You walk over about 400 or 500 meters and there's nobody here. Yeah, it's good to get away from the crowds. It's too busy over there. You can't even walk on the footpath. And they're building all these new buildings. And I think in about a few years' time, this is going to be like a major tourist destination for not just Koreans, but maybe people like myself. So when you come to Korea, you'll come to Gyeongju as well. But it's still very much in the works. You can tell that there's a lot of old buildings here. They're knocking them down and rebuilding new ones. And I think they're just going to have this whole big village, what seems to be, of like cafes, restaurants and food, drinks. So I think that's the aim. That's what it looks like. Because I know that there's going to be the whole World Expo in Busan in 2030. So this place might play a key role in all of that. I'm walking through this beautiful traditional Korean village. But I can hear Nicki Minaj. That kind of spoils it. There's this nice lake or river here, or stream. Look at that. Very nice. Nice traditional building over there. I'll keep walking, see what else I can find. That's interesting. Everyone's walking along those tracks and taking selfies near the water. Alright, I've just come in to eat. Google Translate has managed to get me this. I don't know if there's anything else coming. I guess that's it, but this should kind of fill me up. I did say beef, but I can't see the beef. There's rice, there's kimchi, there's a whole heap of other stuff here. I don't know, there's no beef here. No beef? No beef. Anyway, I'll have to make do of this. It's been a bit difficult communicating to get some food here. Looks nice though. The girl just brought this as well, so I did say no pig, no pork. I'm guessing there's no pork. Alright, they've just brought out the beef. That's a lot of beef. I think this is for 2 people, but anyway. Wow, it's pretty good. Good choice.